I'm not sure about compound interest. Okay.
Let me explain what is the difference. Yes. So simple interest. So let's say you have deposited some amount, let's say 10,000 in a bank,
Hmm.
and the bank is paying you, let's say, a 10% of interest of depositing the amount in their bank. So they are giving you 10% in 10%, and this is known as rate of interest. And you want to check that after 1 year or 2 years, how much your amount will be. So you have to calculate that how much interest will you be getting in terms of amount. So that will be 10%, that is 10 over 100 of 10,000. So these two zeros will be cancelled out. So in 1 year, you will be getting 1,000 rupees. And let's say you keep this amount in a bank for 5 years, and you want to calculate that after 5 years, what will be your amount. So interest, this is 1,000 for 1 year. And for 5 years, it will be, you just multiply 1,000 by 5. So that will become 5,000. So initially your amount was 10,000 and bank is paying you 5,000 as interest. So your total amount will become 10,000 plus 5,000. So that is your amount will become 15,000 after 5 years. So the one of the important characteristics of the simple interest is that interest remains same for every year. It remains same in every year. Means 1,000 was interest in the first year, so 1,000 will be in the second year, third year, fourth year, and the fifth year. So interest remains same in every year. And interest is always calculated on the principal. But the compound interest, for compound interest, interest doesn't remain same. It keeps changing for every year. We'll check the compound interest as well. So here, after 1 year, you got 1,000 rupees, and let's say that you are calculating for second year the interest. So again, you will follow the same approach on that 10% of 10,000. So again, that will be 1,000. As I told you, that interest will be same in every year if it's a simple interest. But okay, just let's, if it was for compound interest, it was also 1,000 for the first year, but for the second year, the interest will not be calculated on the principal. In case of, I'm talking about compound interest. So since you got interest as 1,000 in the first year, so your new principal will become 1,000 was the amount which you deposited, and 1,000 you received in the first year. So your new principal will become 11,000. And now for second year, your interest will be calculated not on 10,000, on the 11,000. So 10 over 100 into 11,000. So these two zeros will be cancelled out. So it will be 1,100. But for simple interest, you are getting 1,000 in the second year, and in case of compound interest, you are getting 1,100 in the second year. So the principal keeps changing in every year in case of compound interest, because the interest received in the previous year gets added to the principal, and then for the next year, interest will be charged on the new principal, like principal plus the previous interest. So that's the main difference. The first point was that interest remains same in every year in case of simple interest, but it is not same for the compound interest. For every year, the interest will be different. Here, for simple interest, interest is always calculated on the original principal, but in case of compound interest, the principal value keeps changing because you add previous interest to the original principal, like we did for the second year, 11,000. And let's say you are going to calculate for third year. So you will add this 1100 and 11,000. So it will become 12,100. Now your principal will become 12,100. So now you will calculate 10% on that for the third year. If there is any doubt, Jasmine, please let me know that what's the difference between them.
Okay, so for the third year, for the second year, you first got the the interest, that is the simple interest, and then you calculated the new principal, and then afterwards, and then on the third year you add it to itself.
For third year, the principal was 11,000, and for the second year, we got interest as 1,100. So you have to add interest and the previous principal to get the new principal. So 11,000 plus 1,100, now it will become 12,100. So when you will calculate interest, so it will be 10 over 10% of 12,100. So you can see for the first year, we calculated the interest on 10,000. For second year, we calculated the interest on 11,000. For third year, we calculated the interest on 12,100. So the principal keeps changing for every year. That's why the interest is also keeps changing for every year. But in case of simple interest, even if you calculate for second year, for third year, you will the principal will be same. That is 10,000. You have to calculate only on the 10,000. So, and the interest, that is why interest will remain same for every year. That is 1,000 in this case. Be it for fifth year or the sixth year or the 10th year or the 100th year, simple interest will remain same. Okay.
Yes, I understand now.
Okay. If you want to write anything, you can note it down. Then we'll move to the questions. Okay. So please note down this formula and the definition of the simple interest. And this formula for simple interest will be principal multiplied by rate multiplied by time over 100. So rate will be in percentage, time will be in years. If it is in months, so you have to convert in years. Simple interest will become amount minus principal. So amount is 31,000 and principal is 25,000. That is 6,000 will be the simple interest.
Okay, I understand, sir.
Okay, so have you got the value of rate of interest? Have you got the value of rate of interest?
Hey students! Interested in boosting your studies? Enroll now at Keddy Edtech. We offer online tuition for the Cambridge curriculum, grades 6 to IGCSE, AS, and A-level. Start learning with us today.
uh, 250 by 2, so I will be getting 125. So 6,000 over 125 into 7 is equals to R. So let me use the calculator. If I divide that 6,000 by 125, I will be getting 48. And then if I divide 48 by 7, so the answer will be, the rate will be 6.85%. Rate cannot be greater than like 20, 30. It's not the very large value generally. So please
I
check.
know where I made a mistake.
Okay. Okay. So have you corrected your mistakes? Are you still writing or you have written?
I have written already.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Please. Okay. Just a second. Yeah. Firstly, just a second. Yeah. Try this and please give me a moment. And they have written that this is amounts to rupees. So this is the value of capital A. So the formula is, we know that amount is principal plus simple interest. So amount is given 6,240. We have to find the value of principal, and the formula for simple interest is P principal multiplied by rate multiplied by time over 100. And since you have to find the value of P, so P will remain as it is, and substitute the values like 10 into 2 over 100. So that will be the value of principal. This will become 5p over 5 plus p over 5. Since denominators are same, so you have to write denominator as at one time, and 5p plus 1p, that will become 6p. Or you can take the LCM also. It's completely up to you in which way you want to solve. Period is 2 years. Same for the second bank. Principal is 5,000. Time period is 2 years. Okay. So let's say that we received interest from bank 1 as I1. We don't know the value of I1. And the interest received from the second bank is I2, and we don't know the value of I2. But what we know is that the difference between their interest is 25. That is given, that the difference between the interest received is 25. So I1 minus I2 is 25. Okay, so I'm writing that relation again. I1 minus I2 is 25. So the formula will be same, like principal multiplied by rate. Rates are different, so I will write rate as R1 T over 100 minus P into R2 into T over 100 is equals to 25. So you can see that P, okay, let's substitute the values. Principal is 5,000, R1 into time is 2 years over 100 minus 5,000 into R2 into 2 over 100 is equals to 25. So these two zeros will be cancelled out. So 50 into 2, that will be 100 R1 minus 50 into 2, that will be 100 R2 is equals to 25. So I can take out 100 as common, because you can see 100 is also present in this term and in this term as well. So 100 rate 1 minus rate 2 is equals to 25. So if I transpose this 100, so this will become 25 over 100. That is 5/20. Or you can directly write it as 0.25 percentage. So the difference between the interest rate is 0.25%. I hope you have understood this question. If there is any doubt, confusion, Jasmine, please let me know. I will explain again.
Say I understand now.
Okay, so I'm giving one more question, which is also a little bit different, and you have to solve this. Okay, please try this. The time period is represented by k, and you have to find the value of k in this question. I'm giving you. Sum. Let's say we denote sum principal by P, and it amounts to 1.5 times of itself. Means now this sum has become 1.5 times of itself, means 1.5 of principal. Means the interest was such for 2 years that the principal has become 1.5 times of itself. So now you have to find that in how many years this principal has become 1.5 times of itself.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes.
Hey students! Interested in boosting your studies? Enroll now at Keddy Edtech. We offer online tuition for the Cambridge curriculum, grades 6 to IGCSE, AS, and A-level. Start learning with us today.
Okay, I have solved this question. You can take a look. And if there is any doubt, please let me know. So as I told you that the principal has become 1.5 times of itself. So this is the value of principal and this is the amount which has become now. And we know that the formula for interest is amount minus principal. So interest will be 1.5p minus p, that will be 0.5p. So I have replaced the value of simple interest by 0.5p. P will remain as it is p. Our rate is 10 and a time period is k over 100. So p and p will be cancelled out. 100 will be in the multiplication with 0.5 and this 10 will be in the division. So 0.5 into 100 over 10 will be 5. When you solve that, you will get 5 is the answer.
Okay. Because I got 3.5.
Okay.
Okay.